ज्ञान योग मार्गे तान्रे भजे ये सभा
ज्ञान योग मार्गे तान्रे भजे ये सभा
ब्रह्म आत्मा रूपे तान्रे कारे अनुभव
ब्रह्म आत्मा रूपे तान्रे करे अनुभव.
Those who walk the paths of knowledge and yoga worship him only, for it is him they perceive as the impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma. Okay, so please read the purport.
Okay. Those who are fond of mental speculation, Gnana Marga, or want to meditate in mystic yoga to find the absolute truth must approach the impersonal effulgence of the Lord and its partial representation respectively. Okay. Such persons cannot realize the eternal form of the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, the Gyanis and Yogis cannot realize the eternal form.
Mhm.
Right? So you'll see a lot of yoga schools, you will see a lot of meditation processes like Jnana Marga, knowledge based
Right.
processes. So they will get a glimpse because they are looking at the effulgence, means the light of the Lord, but not
Mhm.
the original form of the Lord, the original nature.
Right.
They will miss that point. Upasana bhede jani ishvara mahima.
Upasana Vede Jani Ishvara Mahima.
Ataiva surya tanra diyeta upamam.
Ataiva Surya Tanre Dayeta Upama.
Thus, one may understand the glories of Lord through different modes of worship, as the examples of the sun illustrates. Se Narayana Krishnera Swarupa Abheda.
Se Narayana Krishna Swarupa Abheda.
Ekai Vigraha Kintu Akhara Vibheda.
Ekai Vigraha Kintu Akara Vibheda.
Narayana and Sri Krishna are the same personality of Godhead, but although they are identical, their bodily features are different.
Okay.
So Narayana Krishna are the same according to this particular verse.
Right.
Ino tadvibhuja tino dhare chari hatam.
Ino tadvibhuja tinhardare charihata.
Ino venu dhare tino chakradika satam.
Ino venu dhare tino chakradika sata.
This personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has two hands and holds a flute, whereas the other Narayana has four hands with conch, wheel, mace, and lotus. Okay, please read the purport, small ones.
Narayana is identical to Sri Krishna. They are in fact the same person manifested differently, like a high court judge who is differently situated in his office and at home. At Narayana, the Lord is manifested with four hands, but as Krishna, he is manifested with two hands. Manifested with two hands.
Very good. Narayanaस्त्वं नहि सर्वदेहिनां.
Narayanastam nahi sarvadehinam.
Atmasi adi Shakila Lokasakshi.
Atmasi adi sakaloka sakshi.
Narayano Angam Narabhuja Jalayanat.
Narayano Ningam Narabhu Jalayana.
Tachapi satyam nattavaiva maya.
Taschapi satyam nathaiva maya.
O Lord of Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not therefore my father Narayana? Narayana refers to one whose abode is in water, born from Nara, Garbho Dhaksai Vishnu. And that Narayana is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They are absolute and not creations of Maya. That's why you hear the term Nara Narayana, right? So Narayana
Oh, yeah.
refers to one whose abode is in the water, born from Nara, who is Garbho Dakasaya Vishnu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, read the report now.
This statement, which is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.14 was spoken by Lord Brahma in his praise to Lord Krishna. After the Lord had defeated him by displaying the
Mystic powers.
Brahma had tried to test Lord Krishna to see if he were really the supreme personality of God and playing as a
Cowherd boy.
cowherd boy. Brahma stole all the other boys and they calves from the
Pasturing grounds.
from the pasturing
Grounds.
pasturing ground. But when he returned to the pasture, he saw that all the boys in cloths
It's still there.
were still there, for Lord Krishna had created them all again. When Brahma saw this mystic power of Lord Krishna, he admitted defeat it and offered praise to the Lord, addressing him as a
Proprietor.
and seer for everything in the creation and
as the
supreme
super soul.
And as the super soul who is within each and every living entity and is dear to or dear to all. The Lord Krishna is Narayana, the father of Brahma, because Lord Krishna
Plenary
expansion
Garbhodakasai Vishnu.
After placing himself on the Garbha ocean and created Brahma from his own body. Mahavishnu in the Kausal ocean and Kastokya
Sirokadasai Vishnu.
Vishnu, the super soul in everyone's heart are also
Transcendental
expansions of the supreme truth.
Good job.
Okay, very good. So we know this story. This is called Brahma Vimohana Leela. When Brahma gets bewildered, he steals all the calves, means baby cows, and hides them. But then Krishna recreates all of those calves and cows. So Brahma is in confusion, Vimohana. Oh, I thought I heard all of them. How did all of them come back? So that is Krishna's influence, right? He recreates all of them and Brahma himself gets confused. So that is called Brahma Vimohana Leela. Shishuvasahari Brahmakari Aparadha.
Shishuvatsa Hari Brahma Kari Aparada.
Aparadha Kshamaite Majgena Prasada.
Aparada Shamaite Magina Prasada.
After Brahma had offended Krishna by stealing his playmates and cows, he begged the Lord's pardon for his offensive act and prayed for the Lord's mercy. So we also commit offenses and we have to beg for forgiveness. That's it. Very simple. Tomara nabi padma haite amara janmodaya.
Tumara Nabi Padma Haite Amara Janmodaya.
Tumi pita mata ami tomara tanaya.
Tumi Pitama Ame Tumoratanaya.
I took birth from the lotus that grew from your navel. Thus you are both my father and my mother, and I am your son. Right? So if you see Ananta Padma Nabha. Let's see if there are any good pictures of Ananta Padmanabha here. You see this? From the navel comes the lotus flower in which Brahma is there. The same thing is, this picture is made from where? From these verses. I took birth from the lotus that grew from your navel. Thus you are both my father and mother, and I am your son. See, for each one of us, we have father and mother. Yes? Correct? But for Brahma, there is no mommy, only daddy. Because his father and mother are Narayana. That is what this verse is saying. So he doesn't have mother. No, he doesn't need mother. Tomara nabi padma haite amara janmodaya. Means I took the janma from your nabi. Nabi means the navel. And the padma means from the lotus flower. Tumi pita mata. I am, you are my father and mother put together. And Amit Tomara Tanaya. Tanaya means child. I am your child. That's unique. Brahma doesn't have a mother. Father and mother are both Narayana. Pita mata balakera nalaya aparadham.
Pita Mata Balakera Na Alaya Aparada.
Aparadha kshama mora karaha prashadam. Parents never seriously take the offenses of their children. I therefore beg your pardon and ask for your benediction. So, what Brahma did? He tried to trick Krishna by stealing the calves and the cowherd boys. What did Krishna do? He simply smiled, and all the duplicate cows and duplicate cowherd boys came. He himself expanded as cows and calves and the cowherd boys. So when these cowherd boys went home, their mothers were like fully attracted to their sons because they are not really their sons. They are what? Krishna's expansions. So they could not take their eyes off of their sons because they were so attractive. So they were more attractive than their own sons previously. So they could not believe it. How come my son is so attractive nowadays? So now Brahma is asking for forgiveness. See, parents should not take seriously any nonsense done by their kids. I'm your kid, right? Because I came from your navel. So you should not take my offense seriously. I tried to trick you, but you are, more ahead than me. So in this way, Brahma is asking for forgiveness. Krishna ka hena Brahma tomara pita Narayana.
कृष्ण कहे न समर्पित नारायण
Ami Gopa Tumi Kaiche Amara Nandana.
आमी तुम्ही कैचे अमर नंदना.
Sri Krishna said, "Oh Brahma, your father is Narayana, but I am a cowherd boy. How can you be my son?" Again, Krishna is still playing with Brahma
Brahma.
because he tried to trick and he's saying, "No, no, I'm just a cowherd boy. Your father is Narayana. Who am I? I'm nobody." Like that, he's playing with. Brahma balena tumi ki na hoy Narayana.
बलेन तुम्ही नहीं नारायण.
Tumi Narayana suna tahara karana.
तुम्ही नारायण सुनत.
Brahma replied, "Are you not Narayana? You are certainly Narayana. Please listen, I state the proofs." So now Brahma is reciting because he has come to his senses. He has concluded that Krishna and Narayana are one and is giving proof back to Krishna himself. Prakrita prakas prakrita shrishte yata jiva rupam.
प्रकृता रूपा
Tahara ye atma tumi mula swarupam.
ये आत्मा तुम्ही मूल स्वरूप.
All living beings within the material and spiritual worlds are ultimately born of you. For you are the super soul of them all. So now he is bringing the Paramatma connection. So all living beings, he is saying, are ultimately born of you. Not only I was born, Brahma is saying, but everybody. So normally we think of Brahma as the creator, but he is actually secondary creator, right? He is secondarily deploying the souls into this material world. But the primary creator is always the original father, the Supreme Lord Krishna. So that is what Brahma is trying to give. Okay, so Manoranjan, please read.
The cosmic manifestation is generated by the interaction of the three modes of material nature. The transcendental world has no such material modes, although it is nevertheless full of spatial variegatedness. In the spiritual world, there are also innumerable living entities who are eternally liberated souls in transcendental loving service to Lord Krishna. The conditioned souls who remain within the material cosmic creation are subjected to the threefold miseries and pangs of material nature. They exist in different species of life because they are eternally averse to transcendental loving devotion to the Supreme Lord. Sankarsana is the original source of all living entities because they are all expansion of his marginal potency.
Some of them are conditioned by material nature, whereas others are under the protection of the spiritual nature. The material nature is a conditional manifestation of spiritual nature, just as smoke is a conditional stage of fire. Smoke is dependent on fire, but in a blazing fire, there is no place for smoke. Smoke disturbs, but fire serves. The serving spirit of the residents of the transcendental world is displayed in 5 varieties of relationships with the Supreme Lord, who is the central enjoyer. In the material world, everyone is a self-centered enjoyer of mundane happiness and distress. One considers himself the lord of everything and tries to enjoy the illusory energy, but he is not successful because he is not independent. He is but a minute particle of the energy of Lord Sankarshan. All living beings exist under the control of the Supreme Lord, who is therefore called Narayana.
Yeah, so Supreme Lord is called Narayana. But here there is a description given of Sankarshan. So Sankarshan, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva. So out of the four, Sankarshana is the cause of us, the living entities. So here Srila Prabhupada is giving a little bit more technicality. I mean, although Brahma is saying everybody are ultimately born of you, so Srila Prabhupada is saying it is Sankarsana. Krishna, even Krishna is directly not our source. Krishna's expansion, Sankarshan, is our source. So just like smoke is dependent on fire, smoke is not fire. Right? So similarly, although we are dependent on Lord Krishna, we are actually coming out of Sankarshan. That's the point. Very technicality. Ultimately, we are coming from Krishna only, but indirectly. Prithviye Chegata Kulera Karana Ashrayam.
पृथ्व्यै च घटकुलेरकारणश्रया
Jivera Nidhana Tumi Sarvarshrayam. As the earth is the original cause and shelter of all pots made of earth, so you are ultimate cause and shelter of all living beings. Okay, Manoj, please read.
As the first earth is the source for the ingredients of all earthen pots, so the Supreme Soul is the source for the complete substance of all individual living entities. The cause of all causes, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of the living entities. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 10, where the Lord says, Bija Mam Sarva Bhutanam, I am the seed of all living entities. And in the Upanishads, Katha Upanishad 2.2.13, we say, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. The Lord is the supreme leader among all the eternal living beings. The Lord is the reservoir of all cosmic manifestation, animate and inanimate. The advocates of Visishtadvaita Vada philosophy explain the Vedanta Sutra by saying that although the living entity has two kinds of bodies, subtle consisting of mind, intelligence, and false ego, and gross consisting of the five basic elements, and although he thus lives in three bodily dimensions, gross, subtle, and spiritual, he is nevertheless a spiritual soul. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who emanates the material and spiritual worlds, is the Supreme Spirit. As an individual spirit soul is almost identical to his gross and subtle bodies, so the Supreme Lord is also almost identical to the material and spiritual worlds. The material world, full of conditioned souls trying to lord it over matter, is a manifestation of the external energy of the Supreme Lord, and the spiritual world, full of perfect servitors of the Lord, is a manifestation of his internal energy. Since all living entities are minute sparks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the Supreme Soul in both the material and spiritual worlds. The Vaishnavas following Lord Chaitanya stressed the doctrine of Achintya Veda Tattva, which states that the Supreme Lord, being the cause and effect of everything, is inconceivably simultaneously one with his manifestations of energy and different from them.
Very good. So, in the spiritual world, everybody is a servant. In the material world, everybody is trying to lord it over material nature. This is a very key point, lord it over matter. So, we are all trying to lord it over matter. So, you may say, oh, I am not, but you are, right? How? When we go to office, we are trying to take matter and manipulate it. Even when you write a computer program, you are manipulating matter, right? With that, you want to lord it over, means you want to command matter. That is exactly what a computer program is. You are giving a sequence of instructions to do some change, to cause some transformation in the world. That is lording it over matter. That's why we are in the material world. Whereas in the spiritual world, everybody is Lord's servant. You only follow Lord's instructions, whatever they are. Right? So technically, if your spiritual master says jump from the hill, you should be ready to say, okay, I'm jumping. Of course, he will never say you to do that, tell you to do that. But that is the thing. Through the Guru, the Lord speaks. So we need to take shelter of a Guru, and I've already taken a shelter of Guru, but for rest of you, you need to take shelter of Guru and follow his instructions so that we can come closer to the Lord. Right now, we are in a rebellious attitude. Even very subtle things. If you write a poem, that is also a rebellion against God. Unless, of course, you write a poem about God. Right? If you write a general poem, that is rebellion. But if you are glorifying God, that is not rebellion. That is being a servant of God. Right? So, very, very subtle. Everything that we do is very subtle. So, if you buy a big home, it is rebellion against God. But if you build a big temple, that is serving God. Right? So when we were trying to raise funds for the Samamish temple, we used to go to people's homes. See, then we had a small temple, one living room that was like somebody's home converted to temple, one living room, one kitchen, and one bedroom. It was a rambler, means single story home. So we used to go to people's homes. See, you are in a 4-bedroom home, you are in a 5-bedroom home. Lord is living in a single bedroom home. So don't you think the Lord deserves a better home? And most people would give some donation. And some people would say, no, we love our big home. So they were thinking that they should be in a bigger home than the Lord. That is wrong. Right? That is rebellion. So you may think, Arey, I am working hard. That is one rebellion, working hard in the office to do manipulation of matter. Second is with the money, you are buying a bigger home than the Lord's home. So that is another rebellion number 2. Third is you are not coming to serve in the temple. Rebellion number 3. So we are all rebels against God. Right? It may not appear so. You may think that, yeah, what am I doing? I'm working hard, making money. I'm building a big house. But every one of those acts is a rebellion against God. So we have to understand that we are rebels and change our attitude and mentality. नारा शब्दे कहा सर्वे जीवेर निचायाम
Nara sabde kahe
आया न शब्दे ते कहे ताहारा आश्रयाम
Ayan.
The word Nara refers to aggregate of all living beings, and Ayana refers to refuge. So Nara means everybody put together, all living beings. And Ayana means refuge, means a place to go to. Ayana. Sometimes houses are also called Ayana. So Narayana means where everybody goes to take shelter. He is the shelter of everyone. He's almost like the umbrella under which everybody comes. Sometimes you see travelers insurance. They have the picture of an umbrella. Means the insurance is protecting everybody. But of course, insurance doesn't protect everybody. They are just getting richer by taking your premiums. But Lord is the shelter of everyone. He's the Ayana. Ataiva tumi hao mula narayana. Eka hetu shuna dvitiya karanam. You are therefore the original Narayana. This is one reason. Please listen as I state the second. So, Lord Brahma is giving the proof. Because what did Krishna say? Oh, I'm just a cowherd boy. Your father is Narayana. Then Krishna is giving proof. No, you are Narayana. Because you are somebody who everybody comes to take shelter because Brahma tried to trick Krishna and Krishna tricked in a big way. So Brahma became confused, extremely confused. Who is this little boy? He looks like a little boy, but he is Narayana. Jivera Ishvara Purushadi Avataram.
Jivera Isvara Purushadi Avatara.
Tanasa Bahaite Tomara Aishwarya Apara. The direct lords of the living beings are the Purusha incarnations. But your opulence and power are more exalted. Remember, we talked about Krishna's expansion as Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna. And from Sankarshana comes the Purusha avatars, Karnodakshai, Garbhodakshai, and Kshirodakshai. He's saying these lords are Purusha incarnations of all the living beings who come from Sankarshana. But you are more powerful. Therefore, you are the original cause. This is coming to his proof. Ateva Adishvara Tumi Sarva Pita.
Ateva Adishvara Tumi Sarvapita.
तुम्हारा शक्ति ते तांड्रा जगत रक्षिता.
Tumhara Shakti
Therefore, you are the primeval Lord, the original Father of everyone. They, the Purushas, are protectors of the universes by your power. So we talked about the three Purusha avatars. They are protecting based on Krishna's power. That's what Brahma is praying to him. Narera ayana yate karaha palanam.
Narera ayanayate karaha palana.
Ataiva ho tumi mula narayana.
Ataiva hoi tumi mula narayana.
So Mula Narayana means the original Narayana. So Narayana, of course, is the cause for all these creations through Sankarshana and through the three Purusha avatars. That's all good. But he's saying you are the Mula Narayana, means the original Narayana. So since you protect those who are shelters of all the living beings, so shelter of living being is what? Those three Purusha avatars. And those three Purusha avatars came from Sankarshana. And
Okay.
Krishna is protecting those shelters. So therefore you are the original Narayana. So he is giving, just like in mathematics, we say A is equal to B, B is equal to C, C is equal to D. Therefore A is equal to D.
Right.
So similarly, he is giving linear proof.
You need to look stylish.
Okay, so Shiva, read this.
The controller deities of the living beings in the mundane worlds are the three Purusha avatars. But the potent energy displayed by Sri Krishna is far more extensive than that of the Purushas. Sri Krishna is therefore the original Father and the Lord who protects all creative manifestations through his various plenary portions. Since he sustains even the shelters of the collective living beings, there is no doubt that Sri Krishna is the original Narayana.
So Mula Narayana. So like some lot of times, this is the point of contention. Like the Sri Vaishnavas from Tirupati and Sri Rangam say Narayana is supreme, right? And if you look at the people from Vrindavan in Uttar Pradesh and Mayapur in Bengal, they say Krishna is supreme. So this is the binding of these two. So Krishna is the Mula Narayana, means the original Narayana. Yes, they are different, but he is the original Narayana. There are many other Narayanas, right? You see, like the pictures we talked about. right? So there are different Narayanas in different temples, in different forms, like in Sri Rangam, in Ananta Padmanabha temple. Sri Rangam is in Tamil Nadu. Ananta Padmanabha is in Kerala. There are other Padmanabha temples in Tamil Nadu as well, right? So you see, but these are all Narayanas. Who is the Moola Narayana? That is Krishna. That is what is being said here. So therefore, Krishna is to be glorified because he is the source of Narayanas, and Narayana is source of the Purushas, and Purushas are our creators. So this Brahma is doing. Brahma is doing just like he is like the deployment engineer. When you write code, and just before go live, the deployment engineer will take your code and deploy. But Brahma is not the original creator. So the code writers are the three Purushas, but then the boss of the code writers is Narayana, and boss of all the Narayanas is the Moola Narayana, Krishna, like that. So sequentially, if you look at that, so Krishna is the CEO, and then there are various vice presidents who are managing the engineering organization. Brahma is ultimately just the deployment engineer, like that. Okay, silence. Class going on. Ditya Karana Shuna Shri Bhagavan.
तृतीया कारण सुन श्री भगवान
Ananta Brahmanda Bahu Vaikuntadi Dhamam.
अनंत वै ब्रह्मांड बहु वैकुंठादि धाम.
So Brahma is continuing. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, kindly hear my third reason. So he has given two, proofs. Now he is giving the third reason. There are countless universes and fathomless transcendental Vaikunthas. So this is where the term comes, Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. Like in the Supravatam for Venkateshwara, who is a form of Krishna, he's a Bala Krishna. That's why he's called Balaji. He's called Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. So not for one Brahmanda, but for unlimited number of Brahmandas. Iteya tajiva taratrai kalika karma.
ईतेय तजीवतार त्रायी कलिक कर्म.
Taha deka sakshi tumi jana shava marma.
ताहा देखा साक्षी तुम्ही जाना सब मर्म.
Both in the material world and in the transcendental world, you see all the deeds of all living beings. In the past, present, and future. Since you are witness of all such deeds, you know the essence of everything. So this is Brahma continuing. So Sarvana just joined for his benefit. So this is Brahma glorifying Krishna as the Moola Narayana, the original Narayana. Krishna says, oh, I'm just a cowherd boy. Brahma says, no, 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 no. You are more than a cowherd boy. You are the original Narayana. Narayana is the cause of Sankarshna. Sankarshna is the cause of the three Purushas, Purushavataras, and Purushavataras are the cause of living entities. So sequentially, Krishna is indirectly the cause of us, living entities. And he's saying, you know the past, present, and future. Trikalagnya means Trikala. Past is one kala, present is one kala, future is one kala. I mean, in a way, you can know the past and present, but only the Supreme Lord knows the future, right? Nobody knows what the future is. Tomorrow there could be an earthquake and we are all dead. Or tomorrow there could be something very fantastic going on, right? We don't know what that is. Tomara darshana sarva jagate rastiti.
तुम्हारा तने सर्व जगे तेरा स्थिति.
Tumi na dekhi lokharo na he sthiti gati.
तुम्ही न देखिले करो
Sthiti.
All the worlds exist because you oversee them. None can live, move, or have their being without your supervision. So he is distributed. Just like distributed computing, you have databases that are distributed, you have processors that are distributed. The worlds exist because Krishna has distributed his supervision across all of them. So he's not only the CEO of one Brahmanda, but he's the CEO of all Brahmandas. Just like you have President Biden. His power is distributed across all cities in United States. Right? If something happens in one city, he can send the military to stop that disturbance, just like Trump sent the military to Portland when there was a lot of disturbance going on. So you may not see Trump, but you see his power through military, which comes into your city. So similarly, the Lord's power is there in every universe. That is the proof that Brahma is giving. This is proof number 3. Narera ayana yate kara darshanam.
Narera ayana yate kara darasana.
Tahate yo hoit how tumi mula narayana.
Tahati yo
Tahati tumi
Narayana.
Narayana.
You oversee the wanderings of all living beings. So right now, we are all moving from place A to place B. This is called wandering. You may go to a store, that is wandering. You may leave, like Manoranjan was in Seattle, now he's in Phoenix, that is wandering. So he's overseeing our wanderings. What is this soul doing? Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's there. When will he come to me? This is Krishna's. Krishna is always meditating on when we'll come to him. And we are meditating on how to make more money. A different kind of meditation both of us are having. Right? For this reason also, you are the primeval Lord Narayana. So because he is overseeing us, Upadrishta Anumantacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaram Paramatmekti Chapyukto Deheshi Bharatarshaba. So this is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Upadrishta, overseeing, Anumanta, permitting. Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaram, he is our boss. He is our husband. Actually, we are all Stri. He is the only Purusha. Right? Here, you may think I am the husband of my wife. But you are actually the wife of Krishna, indirectly speaking, right? We are all Stri Tattva. Only Krishna is Purusha. So he is Upadrishta Anumantacha Bharta Bhokta. Bhokta means he is the enjoyer. You think you are enjoying, but he is enjoying you. So you cannot enjoy anything. He is the enjoyer. You can indirectly enjoy. That means like you are secondary, but you are not the primary. You can enjoy better if you make him enjoy. Like when you do bhoga, cook nicely, 64 varieties and feed Krishna. He's very happy. But if you just go to a restaurant and eat food there, he's not happy because you are enjoying. He's secondary there, but he should be the primary. You should be the secondary. That's why you should never eat restaurant food or watch a movie, because there you are enjoying independent of Krishna. You should see his enjoyment, like you should sing for him. You are the object of his enjoyment, like that. Whereas if you watch a movie, you are enjoying somebody else's production. So very simple process. You make him enjoy, you'll also be happy, he'll be happy. But if you enjoy independently, only you are happy, or at least you think you are, and he's unhappy. So don't make him unhappy. Okay, Saravana, read.
Purport. Sri Krishna, in his Paramatma feature, lives in the hearts of all living beings in both the transcendental and mundane creations. As the Paramatma, he witnesses all actions the living beings perform in all phases of time, namely past, present, and future. Sri Krishna knows what the living beings have done for hundreds and thousands of past births, and he sees what they are doing now. Therefore, he knows the results of their present actions that will fructify in the future. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the entire cosmic situation is created as soon as it glances over the material energy. Nothing can exist without his superintendence. Since he sees even the abode where the collective living beings rest, he is the original Narayana.
So he knows what you have done for hundreds and thousands and millions of your past births. And we have done so much nonsense. In some lifetime, we may have killed somebody. Right? In some lifetime, we have done something very, very bad. That abused somebody. Sexual abuse potentially. Who knows? We have been a serial killer. We have been a robber. We have been so many things in our past life. You have forgotten. I have forgotten. But he remembers. His memory is perfect. Our memory is weak. And these actions will fructify, means they will bear fruit in some future lifetime. What will happen to us then? One of my friend's son was 17 years old. He was driving from Seattle back to Sammamish on a motorbike. A truck came and hit him. He died on spot. He lives on the other side of the road to me, other side of the main road. His son is dead. I know him for what, 12, 15 years. And then why did he die? Because of some past karma. Something happened. He must have killed somebody in his last life. He had to bear that action. We don't know what he did. But his sins are fructified. In Telugu, they say papam pandindi. Pandindi means it has become, the fruit has become very ripe. That is called fructification in English. So, he knows, we don't know. So, therefore, nothing can exist without his superintendence. Just like, in offices, they have solved superintendent. In India, they have that term. In America, they don't have that term. Here, they have some other term like that. He is the original Narayana because he can see where the collective living being, who is the collective living being? We talked about it in the last verse. Last to last verse. See, that is our memory. We don't even remember what happened 6 minutes ago. How can we remember from past life? No way. So we said Sankarshana, and from Sankarshana, the 3 Purushavataras came. They are considered the collective living being because they create these billions and trillions of living entities. Brahma is just deployment. He's just deployment engineer. He takes the souls and deploys into various bodies. But the original responsibility is with the Purushavataras. We talked about it two verses ago. So that is the collective living being. Since he sees even the abode of the 3 Vishnus, right? Karno, Daksha, etc. Therefore, he is the original Narayana, Mula Narayana. So in this way, Brahma gave 3 proofs that Krishna is Narayana. Right? So if anybody argues with you, who is Krishna? Oh, he's just a cowherd boy. No, he's not a cowherd boy. He is the Mula Narayana, the original Narayana from which other Narayanas came about. Right? We talked about these various other Narayanas. All of them have a Nabi from where the Brahma comes. So each one of these Narayana is for a different universe or could be for the same universe. You should go to Srirangam, Tamil Nadu and see. Very beautiful form. Lord is lying down. From his Nabi comes Brahma. Or you to go Ananta Padmanabha temple in Kerala. I was very fortunate. I saw both of them. So what I do when I go to India, I don't go directly to Hyderabad. I mean, once in a while, yes. So one time I landed in Chennai, went to Srirangam. One time, in different times, I land in different places, see the local deity, and then I come to Hyderabad, where my family lives. Mother lives, like that. Right? So you should maximize your trip, not just go home and come back. You oversee the wanderings of all living beings. You are also known as primeval Lord Narayana. So, Sarvana, read the purport.
I read the purport, Prabhu. Sri Krishna and his Paramatma feature. I read it.
Krishna ka हे ना ब्रह्मा तुम्हारा ना बुझी वचना.
Krishna ka hai na Brahma.
कृष्णा कहे ब्रह्मा तुम्हारा नाम जी बचाना
जीवा हृदय जाला वैसे से नारायण. Krishna said, Brahma, I cannot understand what you are saying. He's playing with him because Brahma tried to trick him by hiding all the cowherds, boys, and the calves or baby cows. So now he's playing with him. Brahma, I cannot understand what you are saying. Lord Narayana is he who sits in the hearts of all living beings and lies down in the waters of the Karna ocean. He's saying, no, Baba, I'm not Narayana. I'm just a cowherd boy. Although he did all this drama of replicating all the cowherd boys as well as the calves. Brahma ka he jala jive ye Narayana.
ब्रह्मा कहे जले जीवे नारायण
Se baba tomara amsa ye satyavachanam. You should see the picture of Brahma and Krishna discussing. Yeah. So this is the picture. Brahma tried to trick him, but Krishna replicated all the coward boys. So now Brahma is coming to beg. See, in his hand always he's doing the japa. He's lucky he has 4 hands, so he can do many things. With 2 hands he's praying to the Lord, 1 hand is doing japa, with 1 hand is offering flower to the Lord. Of course, you don't need 4 hands. You can do one after the other. So he's begging forgiveness. Right? We started today's class with Brahma begging forgiveness from Krishna. And Krishna is saying, Hare Baba, I'm not Narayana, I'm just a cowherd boy. And Brahma is saying, no, you are Narayana. Brahma replied, what I have said is true. The same Lord Narayana who lives in waters in the hearts of all living beings is but a plenary portion of you. Means he is just a part of you. You are the whole. You are the 100%. He is probably a little less percentage than you. He is a portion of you. This is transcendental mathematics. Very difficult for us to understand. Karanabdi garbodaka kshirodaka sai. Maya dware shrishtikare tate sabamaye.
Maya dware sabamai.
So we have been discussing this since our Bhagavad Gita days, Srimad Bhagavatam days, and now we are in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this verse actually, Brahmaji is saying that these 3 Purusha avatars are coming from where, right? He's saying the Karnodakshai, Garbhodakshai, and Shirodakshai forms of Narayana all create in cooperation with the material energy, right? So they are working with Maya Devi, to produce these material worlds. So these are our creators. Brahma is secondary deployment engineer, but these are our original creation engineers. And Krishna is the CEO because his energy has formed. He's the Mula Narayana. From there come other Narayanas. and then Sankarshana. From Sankarshana come these three forms of Vishnu, and they are creating in cooperation with material energy. In this way, they are attached to Maya. It's not like they are in Maya. How can Krishna be in Maya? How can Vishnu be in Maya? But they are working in tandem with Maya Devi. So the deployment engineer may use some tool. What tools do you have for deployment in office? Anybody heard of Jenkins? Right? You have a pipeline deployment, Jenkins, like that. So Maya Devi is like Jenkins. So they're using this to deploy. Of course, that is a very crude example comparison, but since you're all IT walas, you should understand what it means. Seti na jalashayi sarva antaryami. Brahmanda vrindera atma ye purusha nami. These three Vishnus lying in the water are the super soul of everything. The super soul of all universes is known as the first Purusha. Again, same concept. They are always lying in the water. As you can see in these pictures we saw earlier. This is the Karna ocean in which Sheshnag is there. And this is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So this is Garbhodaksha Vishnu lying on the bed of Sheshnag. Sheshnag is in the Garbhodaka ocean. Karnodaksha Vishnu lies in the Karna ocean. Hiranyagarbhera atmagarbhodakashayi. Vyasti jiva antaryami kshirodakashayi.
Vyasti jiva antaryami kshirodakashayi.
Garbhodaksha Vishnu is the super soul of aggregate of all living entities. So now you understand the meaning of super soul, right? It's almost like if you have a billion methods in a program, large program. So there is a main program. The main program calls all these large programs for functioning of the universe, functioning of the program, right? So you have one main method, and then you have a billion, trillion methods. The main program is still calling all these methods for functioning. So that is why this Garbhodaksha Vishnu is called super soul, also known as Paramatma. Because the super soul is orchestrating this massive program of all the living entities like you and me. And Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the super soul of each living being. So you can think of the Kshirodaksha Vishnu as a constructor method in each method. So each method has a constructor to invoke that method. So Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the super soul of each individual living being. Garbhodaksha Vishnu is the main for aggregate of all living entities. Any thoughts, comments on that one? ये सबारा दर्शने ते आचे माया गंधा.
Isha Bharadante Ache Maya Ganda.
तुरिया कृष्णेरा नाही मायारा संबंध.
Turiya Maya Rasambandha.
Superficially, we see that these Purushas have a relationship with Maya, but above them in the fourth dimension is Lord Krishna, who has no contact with material energy. right? So what happens? The CEO supervises the programmers who are writing the main program, which is Karnodakshay Vishnu. And then Shirodakshay Vishnu, who is there embedded within each one of these individual methods. But the CEO is not running the program. He is there running the show, the entire company. He has no contact with this orchestration engine, the Jenkins pipeline. Right? So you get the idea. So Krishna is above. He is sitting in headquarters. He is in Goloka Vrindavan. That is the global headquarters. So he has no connection with the programmers in Phoenix and in Dallas and in Seattle. These individuals are in contact with material energy. But Krishna is not in contact with material energy. So sometimes Mayavadis say that Krishna himself is in Maya. How is that possible? He's the CEO, right? He's not in contact with this. He doesn't need to be writing programs in different cities. The low-level programmers are doing that job. He's the CEO, right? So he's never in contact with Maya. But you will see, like if you go and discuss with some of your friends and relatives, some of them will say that Krishna is also in Maya. How is that possible? Not possible, right? So any thoughts on that one? So Brahma has given systematically proof that Krishna is the Mula Narayana. Narayana himself doesn't run anything. His expansions in form of these three Vishnus run the show. So where is the question of Krishna being in Maya or even contacting Maya? No way. Right? So this is very important. This particular 7 or 8 verses we read. It shows the relationship between the universal CEO and the various energies of his who are running the show. He himself is not running the show. He doesn't care. He has people running the show for him, his expansions. But of course, he cares about a devotee who is calling out his name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like that. Okay. So, Shiva, read the purport.
The three Purusas, Karanadaksai Vishnu, Garbhodaksai Vishnu, and Sirokadaksai Vishnu, all have a relationship with the material energy called Maya, because through Maya, they create the material cosmos. These three Purusas who lie on the Karana, Garbha, and Siro oceans, respectively, are the super soul of everything that be. Karanadoksai Vishnu is the super soul of the collective universes. Garbhodakasai Vishnu is the super soul of the collective living beings. And Sirodakasai Vishnu is the super soul of all individual living entities. Because all of them are somehow attracted to the affairs of the material energy, they can be said to have some affection for Maya. But the transcendental position of Krishna himself is not even slightly tinged by Maya. His transcendental state is called Turiya, or the fourth dimensional stage.
Very scientific, huh? So these three Vishnus have some affection for Maya because they are using her powers to create. But Krishna not even slightly tinged by Maya. Right? So he's in the Turiya, the fourth dimensional stage. Amazing, amazing knowledge here Krishna is giving. Sorry, Srila Prabhupada is giving. Krishna said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, give up everything and surrender unto me. But we are not ready. So the Acharyas are giving us all this knowledge to convince us that you are nothing. There is this whole cosmic hierarchy, and you are somewhere down in the pyramid, hanging for dear life. So we have to think through these things. So Karnodaksha Vishnu is super soul for collective universes. Garbho is for collective living beings. And Kshiro is for individual living beings. Right? So these three are using Maya. Right? So let's see if there is a trapezium of some kind. What happened to, yeah, maybe this. Right? So they are using what? They are using Maya. To do what? What are they using Maya for?
Creating the living entities.
They create material cosmos. Of course, yeah, you're right. They're creating living entity. But first they have to create a place, right? If they don't create the material cosmos, where will you live? They create material cosmos via Maya. And then what happens? Somehow attracted to affairs of material energy. Somehow attracted to affairs of material energy. They have some affection for Maya. They have affection for Maya. But Krishna is not even slightly tinged by Maya. He's in the fourth dimensional stage. Above all this. Right? His transcendental stage is called Turiya, or the fourth dimensional stage. Why I'm drawing this is so that it will register in your mind. And I'll make a LinkedIn post with this. Most people won't understand because they don't have the background, but I'll still do it. Just because people don't understand doesn't mean we should not do it. So any thoughts and questions? Very, very fundamental insight here. In data analytics, they have teams like insight teams, right? People are after insights, and here is the big insight. Okay, we'll chant now. We will do this for next week.